So this is our first meditation together. A few things to expect. We'll meditate for 5 minutes. So after this short instructional video, I will we'll start again. I'll set a timer. It will go off. I won't let you meditate for too long. I'll talk you through, kind of guiding you through meditation. This is only focusing on your breath. It's a very simple meditation. It's one that I love to use. The breath, if possible, should inhale and exhale only through your nose. You'll inhale, and if you can make the exhales a little bit longer and slower, fantastic. If not, that's okay. I will have, your journal. Make sure that you have your journal. Before we start, I want you to grab a piece of paper or a journal, write down anything that you know is on your mind. I need to call this person. I need to do this. Just get it out. I've said this, I don't even let those thoughts compete with my meditation. I have to get them out on a piece of paper or they're just going to bug me in the back of my mind. So get them down. I want you to try to not pick up your journal during the meditation, but if you notice that if that thought is just eating at you and won't let go, grab your journal, write it down. It's literally no big deal. How you can be seated. Some people like to have their feet flat on the ground. You can be in a chair with your hips up even with your knees. I like to sit on a couple of pillows or on the floor with my legs crossed. You might become a little bit uncomfortable in the 5 minutes. If you've never meditated, you'll be surprised at how long or how short this might feel. But if you start to feel uncomfortable, what I encourage you to do is take a few breaths and just kind of feel that discomfort and then slowly and deliberately move to another position. What we want to avoid is the constant picking and pulling and fixing and all that. You want any movement you make to be very deliberate. Now, thoughts, will they come up? Absolutely. I don't consider meditation just emptying your mind. I think that's impossible. I think of it as quieting your mind and controlling the thoughts. That's like a muscle that you use when you work out. It's just something that we practice during this controlled environment. So when you're in traffic, when someone sends you a nasty email, when some of these crazy things, when anything in 2020 comes at us again, we can approach it calmly and we can control how we react. And that's how meditation is such a big tool for me. So when you are meditating, I'll cue you through this. I might talk about a thought coming up and that you think of it like a cloud. And you just let that thought float away like a cloud, and it can be over somewhere waiting for you when we finish. I also like to talk about a bookshelf. So you have a thought, it's sitting there, and you're like, oh, that's a thought. I'll use that later and put it on the shelf. So just a couple of analogies I'll use. I have some chimes, and so I will ring some bells just to keep bringing us back to our breath. That's pretty much it. I try to keep it super simple, and I'll be honest, even though it's the first meditation and we talk about it being simple, it's the one that I use the most. So let's get started.